Hey everyone, I'm back. This week with Downton episode 2. I'm sharing recaps with the lovely Emmy. So she did last week and it's me and so on. So it was all about the wireless for Rose, wasn't it? Bless her. And her excitement was really quite wonderful to see. And I like Rose, I like her character, and I'm hoping that there might be a bit of romance on the horizon maybe for her with Tom. That's what I'm hoping, because nobody likes Miss Bunting. That is actually official because Emmy and I have declared that nobody likes her, except Branson and Rose. But she's so outspoken and so rude, and in tonight's episode, you know, again, it was no exception. She's just obnoxious, and nobody listens to her ideas because they're so full of anger all the time. Whereas I actually found, you know, Anna and Mary having quite an interesting discussion about women's rights and things, and you know, you want to listen because it's an intelligent, well thought out discussion rather than just ranting at somebody. I hope that Miss Bunting doesn't end up turning Tom back into his old ways, because you know, you can still fight for just causes without having to be such an arse about it. So anyway, that's her. I'm hoping that she won't stick around for long. Carson and Mrs. Hughes, lovely to watch. I really like them. They had their special moment sort of interrupted at the end there, which was a shame. But Carson finds everything so difficult to say, but it was quite sweet. I don't like what's his name? Tony Gillingham. I don't like him at all. He's basically just, there's no romance, there's no intrigue, there's nothing. It's just, come to Liverpool, let's have sex. And I think Mary's a bit blindsided at the moment and she thinks that's what she wants, but if you listened to her with Charles Blake, he's so much more about wanting to get to know her and understand her, and he's much more about the heart, and he wants to be with Mary as opposed to a woman, and I don't get that Tony actually loves Mary at all. I really don't think that's the case. I liked and I didn't like Grumpy Lord Grantham. He had some brilliant lines, particularly the one about tell Bricker to stop flirting with Isis, and you know, it's how ill-bred he was to flirt with another man's dog, not even realising that the dog is the least of his worries. But he's getting more and more grumpy and old-fashioned, and that's a shame because I really like him and he's a good dad and he's a good husband, but at the moment he just seems to, you know, be full of rage. So maybe that will come to the fore at some point further on in the series. Isabel and the Dowager Countess were kind of a sideline tonight, which I can't quite understand because they're marvellous. I'm Isabel, Emmy is the Dowager Countess, and really we should be the focal point of every episode, but hey, tonight we were sidelined somewhat, but anyway, we'll stand for that because Edith and Marigold was quite heartwarming to see, but Mrs. Drew is having none of it, is she? She's really not impressed, and poor Edith, it's going to lead to heartache, isn't it? And of course right at the start we had Mrs. Hughes and Anna finding the picture under her pillow, so who knows? I'm positive the secret will come out at some point. Just a few side notes really. Lovely lines from Mrs. Patmore about the wireless. Why is it called a wireless when there's so many wires? And then when the king started talking and she said, I don't suppose he can hear us. And Daisy's like, no, that's not how it works. It's quite wonderful to see, you know, the age of modern technology creeping up on Downton. Of course, that's exactly what Carson is afraid of, bless him. So it was a good episode. It wasn't necessarily as good as last week's, but I was moved to near tears tonight by Barrow. I really think he's amazing. The character, I mean the actor, he's just stunning. Saying goodbye to Jimmy was really quite heartbreaking. I had high hopes for them, and he just doesn't know where he fits, does he, Barrow? And he's really struggling. And that very short but sweet scene with Anna was really quite upsetting. So I hope he can be really nasty and really dark, but I know why he does it, so I hope that things improve for him. Anyway, that's all from me for this week, so join lovely Emmy next week, and she will talk you through episode 3. Bye!